Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and I am so happy to finally bring you all my red-black Sabo deck profile for y'all today. If you don't know, red-black Sabo is a leader that came out in OP05, and he's been honestly very slept on. But with the release of the new Memorial Pack and a lot of playtesting behind the scenes by my part, I think this leader has huge potential in the upcoming format against two of the strongest decks in the format, that being Blue-Black Sakazuki and, of course, Gecko Moria. And that is the reason because of his leader's ability. If you don't know, this leader has the ability that on your opponent's turn, once per turn, if your leader has a Dawn attached to him and a 5,000 power or higher character would be KO'd by card effect or by battle, he can just lower the attack of that monster by 1,000, and it will not be KO'd, which is a very, very powerful effect. And this leader hasn't really seen much play, but I think with the introduction of the Memorial Pack, he is absolutely viable in the upcoming format, and he has a great matchup into those black leaders. Now, I don't know his matchup into the Katakuri or yellow matchup, but I could say that the fact that his monsters are very, very hard to kill makes it a very, very big issue for your opponent to deal with. Your opponent's going to need to be able to kill a monster twice in order just to deal with Sabo's effect, which is very, very annoying. And I think with the new cards we got in the Memorial Pack, he is finally meta competitive. Is he the best deck? Maybe not. But I think that he actually has a huge potential at your locals to take some games. So let's get into this. So first things first, I am playing the 10-drop Monkey D. Luffy from the OPO 4. I forgot what the structure deck. I think it's like 12. The OPO 12 structure deck, the one with the 3 brothers. 10-drop Luffy is the boss monster of this deck. This guy literally has Rush. He is a 10k 11k beat stick, and basically says, hey, if your opponent blocks, KO a 8 cost or less character. So basically you get to kill a blocker and an 8 cost character for free. So if your opponent's playing like Katakuri and they block your attack, you can just use Monkey D. Luffy's effect and kill a Katakuri on field, which is very, very powerful and very, very scary. The next card we were playing is for Sanji. Now, Sanji is one of those cards that's just a rush character that's pretty decent. He's a 6 cost, 6k. I wish he was a 7k. That would make him way much more better. But he has 1,000 counters, so it all works out. Basically, if your opponent has a character with 5,000 more power on field, this guy gains rush on play, which is pretty solid. And just an overall, just a decent card in general. Next, we gotta play the original Monkey D. Luffy, the starter deck one. This card is absolutely incredible and absolutely a must-have if you're gonna play this leader. The fact that you can just put a Dawn on Sabo and basically make this Luffy unkillable is absolutely incredible. If you have 2 Dawn on this character, not only does he have Rush, but he is unblockable, which is very, very scary, especially if your opponent is a 4-life leader. The next, we're playing for Chaka. Now, this is a weird card. A lot of people have been sleeping on this red card. I think it's actually one of the strongest red cards in the game. It's basically double Nami. If you put 1 Dawn on this guy, he gives 2 rested Dawn to any character. This card will see a lot more play in OP07 with the release of the Dragon Leader, because Dragon can just put 2 Dawn on a character, and then this guy can then put 2 Dawn on someone else, and then you're just like using a whole bunch of Dawn and just moving it around, and it's going to be a very, very scary leader. But this guy's just really, really good in general, because not only can you put 2 Dawn on your Luffy so that he can now not be blocked by battle, but you can also put 2 Dawn on your leader so that now you have the ability to not have to waste Dawn on your Sabo. So you can swing with 7 with Sabo and protect one of your 5 costs or higher units. Well, 5,000 power units. Next, we are playing for Sabo. This card is another must-have inclusion in the deck. This card is literally built for this leader, for the simple fact that this card says, hey, draw 2, trash 2 on play, and on play, all characters cannot be KO'd by card effects for the end until the end of the next turn, which basically means he just gives the protection to all your characters, which is absolutely incredible. Plus, he's a blocker. This card is a must-have inclusion for the deck. Next, we are playing for Hina. Hina is another must-have inclusion. This is one of the best black blockers in the game, and it's very slept on. The reason why she's one of the best blockers in the game, especially for this leader, is because when she blocks, she has the ability to, on block, select a character with 6 or less, and then it cannot attack until during the next turn. So basically, it freezes an attack, which is very, very powerful and very, very good. And your leader can make sure that you don't die. So you can block, lower them by 1,000, and protect, meaning they have to waste multiple attacks on your blockers. And this guy stops 2. So not only does it block 1, then it blocks another 1. And then if your opponent has to swing into it again, it's 3 blocks, which is just absolutely incredible. Next, we're playing for Karasu. Now, this is one of the Revolutionary Army cards that we're playing. It's probably the only one until we get OP07 support. But this card's absolutely amazing because we are a Revolutionary Army character. We can just play Karasu and then minus the leader by 1,000, which is absolutely disgusting. Also, if he has if he's a 7K beat stick, which our lovely dude can easily just put 2 Rested Dawn on him. He basically, when attacking, can make minus Dawn to a character. So this guy is just really, really powerful, really, really strong, really, really good. As for our brand new inclusions, Kid and Killer is our brand new beat stick in this deck, and he is absolutely incredible. This card is one of the best red cards we have gotten in the Memorial set. Pick these up now because this card is absolutely incredible. Not only does he have Rush as a 4K 5,000, but when he attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less life, he gains 2,000 power during this turn. So he becomes a 7K beat stick with no Dawn, which is absolutely incredible. So you want to push your opponent into 2 life, and then drop these dudes on him, and then just say, look, you are going to get hurt really, really bad. I'm going to have a Dawn on my leader so that they can't be KO'd so easily, and it's going to be a very, very bad day for you. Next, we're playing not 3. I said 3 because of the 3 cost, but we're also playing for Zoro because this is the original Rush Down beat stick. 3 cost 5K Rush character, which is absolutely insane. We're also playing for Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo is just a 2K blocker. Not to mention, he is just a really, really solid card. And is a really good card in general. So this card is just absolutely amazing. It's a blocker. It's a 2K. What else is not to love? As for our last monster we are playing for Nami. Nami is just a really, really decent card until we get the new Koala version of her. We're just going to be playing Nami. This card is playing a Rested Dawn on any character. It's just really, really good. This card does suck into the black matchup because they can easily kill 1-drops very easily. But against every other matchup, they gotta dedicate a lot of resources just to get rid of a Nami. And Nami's into our lovely, what's it called? Mr. Chaka over here. It's just a very, very strong combo. And then finally, we're playing for Bad Manners Kick Course because we do play a lot of non-counter cards in our deck. I believe there's 12 total. Actually, there's more than that because we also have 2 Diablo Jambes as our final 2 cards. So if you're counting it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We have 18 non-counter cards to count the 2 Diablo Jambes. So you're going to need the Bad Manners Kick Course in order to discard your non-counter cards in order to scathe off turns. But ultimately, I really like this list. Maybe you want to bump up the 2Ks if you want. Maybe add something else. But ultimately, this is the list, and I'm really happy with it. So I hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.